Hello everyone, welcome to Valstott's Voice, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about why DoorDash won't increase base pay without being forced to. A deep look into the information and financials. So, pretty much, I said I was going to make this video yesterday because we all need to realize that we can't force them to pay us better for two reasons. One, they're not profitable, and we're going to go into that later. And two, it's their platform. It's like trying to force a W-2 job to pay you more when they don't want to. And as an employee at a W-2 job, you have the right to quit. DoorDash is in the same boat as a W-2. They keep lowering our pay, and it's going to come to a point when it gets too low, they won't have any drivers left. I mean, that's basically it. But until new people that are looking for a job don't go to a company like DoorDash because their pay is too low or their work is just too stressful or crappy, they'll just keep getting more employees to replace us. So I've come to the conclusion that fighting for a base pay increase just isn't feasible anymore. So here's why. But in other news, first off, we didn't win on either lotto. As you can see on the Powerball, Mega Millions, our tickets weren't even close. We didn't even hit a single number on either ticket. Yeah, but there's next week, so no worries. And in DoorDash news, National Ice Cream Day reminder. National Ice Cream Day is on July 18th, and we expect to see an increase in orders, including ice cream from convenience and grocery merchants starting today. Friendly reminder for these orders: keep all frozen items in insulated bags for shop and deliver. Confirm that frozen items are bagged together for shop and deliver. Try to pick frozen items last to help avoid melting en route. Don't have an insulated bag? You can order one here. Thank you, the DoorDash team. In other news, police investigate video allegedly showing DoorDash driver tampering with officer's meal. The clip appeared to show the driver opening a Chipotle container and putting a note inside that read, "Hope that S tastes good." Yeah, you can see where this is going. That driver got terminated and deactivated. They did. So, remember everyone, July 31st for the DoorDash National Day of Rest and Protest. Work for your other apps and take a DoorDash day off to force them to give us full pay transparency. Okay? I never said take a day off from Grubhub or Uber Eats. No, I just said DoorDash for those of you that kind of got confused, because I know we all need to make a living. And there are some of you in the comments that said that they can't afford to take a day off because they are hurting for income. And I get that. But it's one day of DoorDash only. All right? So now for the main story. Why DoorDash won't increase base pay without being forced to. Now, and this is coming from the Rideshare Guys website, and it was dated on April 1st. So it's pretty recent, and the stats are pretty accurate since it's only been 3 months out, right? So if you want to see the entire article on Rideshare Guys website, here it is, the rideshareguide.com/DoorDash-statistics. So if you go to that site, and I'll link it in the comment section above, or the description above, I should say, you can go there and click on it and read it to your heart's content, but I'm only going to be skimming through this for time's sake, all right? So as you can see, they're saying that DoorDash is the number one, okay? It's in over 4,000 cities, and they've compiled a lot of DoorDash statistics, okay? So here's the history. That in October 2012, DoorDash was formed. January 12th, 2013, they made their first delivery, and they raised over $2.5 billion over 8 years. It went and now has 20 million users, right? So pretty much it's a big company, and it's grown in the last 8 years. So the statistics are this, right? DoorDash revenue is increasing, but compared to other Fortune 500 companies, it's actually not that substantial. Yeah, they're a billion-dollar company, but it's not like Walmart or Amazon or Tesla or any of those types of company levels. This is a baby company still, but they're trying to make it grow really quick. I mean, look at their revenue. 2017, 550 million. 2018, 700 million. 2019, 1 billion, right? So in 2020, it doubled to almost 2 billion. But this report's saying that's probably because of the pandemic. All right. So the profit, they lost 400 million in 2018, and they lost 450 million in 2019. They only posted a profit once, and it was only $23 million. And that was during the height of the pandemic last year. So they're not a profitable company. Look at their valuation. Their company went from being worth $500 million to $16 billion in 5 years. All right. So as you can see here, they raised $2.5 billion in fundraising over 7 years. Like I said in the other video, in my previous video, they had to borrow money from private investors, from banks, from hedge funds. They had to do it all, okay? And that's the thing that got me about, critiquing the Tanner Markley interviewing Bentley Koop. Bentley said, "Why don't we just get $3 million, right, from all the Dashers and start our own company, do our own app?" Yeah, no. Bentley just pulled that number out of his rear and literally said 3 million will do it. No, it costs a lot more. Maybe for the app only to create it, but you need an infrastructure. And as you can see, DoorDash had to raise a lot of money to get to where they are. Look at the number of subscribers. They have more than 18 million subscribers right now. 18 million. And they have their Dash Pass subscribers, and about 28% of them are, of the 18 million, are Dash Pass subscribers. Number of DoorDash couriers, okay? So this is the important number. We have approximately 3 million drivers worldwide, with the United States having close to 2 million drivers alone. Not at 2 million, probably about 1.8 million, somewhere around there, as I said in the other video, right? I mean, they added 1.9 million new drivers between mid-March and September of 2020 because of the pandemic. I mean, that's insane. So yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on. They have a lot of drivers, and they think that, hey, we can push, lower our base pay and push our drivers around because, if they quit, we'll just find another driver, right? How many cities? 4,000 cities that DoorDash operates in worldwide. Now, here's the math, okay? This is where I wanted to get to. If you look at my spreadsheet, number of cities, 4,000, number of Dashers, 3 million, average service fee, $4, average order, and this is not the delivery fee, this is just service fees, okay? So average orders per Dasher per day, 65% I think I read somewhere that is DoorDash part-time drivers, about 30 to 35% are full-time drivers. So I just made an arbitrary number of 10, averaging 10 deliveries in a day for all 3 million Dashers, right? Now, that's not realistic. This is just a benchmark number. But as you can see, that would equate to 30 million orders delivered, okay? And multiply that by a $4 service fee. That's $120 million a day if every single driver drove and averaged 10 orders. 120 million a day, but you know that's not going to happen. So here's the more realistic figure here. 4,000 cities, 1 million Dashers, which is a third of the workforce worldwide, okay? Average service fee, $4, same 10 orders per Dasher per day, part-time, full-time average, right? So that's 10 million orders delivered at a $40 million daily revenue with half of the drivers delivering, okay? So realistically speaking, actually it's a third. I made a mental error. That's a third of the drivers delivering. I don't know. I was tired when I did this. So anyway, a third of the drivers delivering, $40 million. This is assuming a base pay of $2.50 per order delivered if base pay increased even $1 for every order. Look at the numbers. It's simple. Just multiply it by $1, right? So we're talking, it's a saying, $30 million. If 30 million orders were delivered, it costs DoorDash $30 million. At 10 million deliveries ordered, it costs DoorDash $10 million. Going from a $3 base pay to a $2.50 base pay, DoorDash saved at 10 million orders in a single day, right? $5 million, 50 cents, right? 50 cents times 10 million orders, or $10 million, right, is 5 million. They literally saved $5 million in a day. Multiply that by 365 days in a year. They saved $1.825 billion by lowering base pay 50 cents. If you look at the math, that is why they lowered the base pay. They save near $2 billion. That's insane just for 50 cents. But you got to remember that we're talking 10 million orders delivered in a single day. Okay? 10 million at a $4 service fee. 40 million revenue. Does that make sense? Okay. So, here are my final thoughts. This is why drivers have to literally force them to show full transparency. Fighting for higher pay in my mind now is pointless because they are trying to continually be profitable to show sustainability and future growth to their investors as the numbers show. Because their driver workforce is increasing every year, they feel they can safely cut driver wages with no repercussions. If drivers can force their hand by using our independent contractor rights legally, and by taking days off, this will effectively hurt their profitability and their public image. Like I said before, even if half of the drivers of the million drivers, let's say 500,000 drivers out of the million drivers just took a unified day off, do you realize how much money they would lose? Out of the 40 million, they'd only be able to make 20 million in a day. Yeah. That's a lot of money. Without us to deliver their food, they can't make any money. So as independent contractors, the only way we can really determine drivers' profitability is through full pay transparency, like the Para app. No hidden tip BS, because we can reject the no tip offers and accept longer distance offers if we can determine if the pay is worth the mileage. You know, the kind of information that's vital to make proper business decisions as an independent contractor. I know I've heard it before. If you don't like it, quit. I say this in all my other videos, these people are idiots. They just think that if you don't like it, quit is the answer. Or they're saying, well, I'm an experienced driver, so I can figure out if they're good orders or not. Good for you. However, full transparency in pay is a right for independent contractors, and they made us independent contractors. It's up to all of us to fight for what our legal right, regardless of what their rules state. I don't care if it's their app. They still have to follow federal rules. If they label us as independent contractors, guess what? They have to follow their rules regardless of we're using their app, so it's their rules. No, it is not like that, and we can legally fight this. They made us independent contractors to avoid paying workers' minimum wage, taxes, benefits, fleet expenses, disability insurance, etc., all in the guise of flexibility of hours, or you're the boss, or be your own boss. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too by not treating us like independent contractors, but calling us independent contractors. Therefore, if you got something out of this video, please comment your thoughts, leave a like, and subscribe so I can continue to provide insight on why DoorDash is doing the things they do and what we can do to stop it. Hashtag July 31st. It's one day off, people. One day off. Help your fellow drivers and yourself get the information you deserve. Period. Work Grubhub, work Uber Eats, work Shipt, Instacart, Amazon Flex, any other app. But just take the day off from DoorDash for one day to show unity. Thanks for listening and have a great day.